That leads me, I want to talk about people's whole reaction to Lightfall. I've addressed it a couple times, the complaints about Nimbus, which I just think are silly. I think we've gotten to a point in discussion and like discourse about things where apparently there's just no room for characters who are quippy. No room for characters who maybe use humor and stuff like that as a way to deal with situations and bring brevity. We had an entire community of people for 3 expansions screaming about the loss of isekai'd 6. They add a character who is somewhat like isekai'd 6. It's still the same sort of, funny, jokey stuff. But who can also be very serious. And suddenly everyone hates it. Suddenly everyone is beside themselves. They're pissed off. This is the worst. The writing is the worst thing ever. What are you even asking for then? People were clamoring for isekai'd back, and now that you have a new character like that, it's suddenly, oh, this is Marvel dialogue. This is fucking comic book stupid shit. Get over yourself. Seriously. Get a grip. You're so poisoned. You can't enjoy things anymore. I don't understand. A character like Nimbus, first of all, works in multiple ways. Neptune has only been dealing with this threat recently. Neptune has no previous real knowledge of what exactly has been happening, other than there's Vex. The Cloud Striders haven't had to deal with the things we've had. What reason does making them these, like, super serious, oh, the world is cruel characters do? What does that do? Like, even Rohan was not like that. Rohan was just the old wise mentor. It was Kenobi. It was Ben Kenobi in the first Star Wars movie. Like, seriously. Second off, when you have something as truly world-defining as, like, the Witness coming to exist, and Callus with infinite power, with his terrible greed, having a character like Nimbus who can be very serious at times, but also provide that brevity, is incredibly important. And Nimbus fills that role fantastically. They are really good at both providing levity and focusing the group on what needs to be done. I don't get this hatred for their character. There's no real reason for it. Like, it's a perfectly inoffensive character. On the topic of Callus, that brings me up another piece of Witch Queen broke people's brains. Witch Queen absolutely broke people's brains by... It didn't even do an ending. It didn't really do an ending. We put in temporary end to Savathun. That's what the Witch Queen did. Savathun's ghost is still out there. What the hell is she gonna do with that? Like, it's the same as what Beyond Light did. Beyond Light, you froze Aramis. And guess what? Aramis came back. Season 19, or Season 18. Aramis came back. She's still a problem. We actually got more of an ending this time for something than we did with Witch Queen or Beyond Light, because Callus is dead. Red War. Callus was not killed after Red War, sent to exile. He's come back twice now, and now he's dead. That's more final than anything else we've gotten in the past 3 expansions. But apparently this is a problem. Because there wasn't some huge twist. There was still a twist! The twist that the Witness was still be able to link the Veil using our ghost is about as big of a twist as Savathun manipulating us in Witch Queen. It's the same thing. This was just about the same as Witch Queen. I don't understand Destiny fans. I don't understand them at all. This was just about the exact same as Witch Queen. Like, in terms of plot beats, in terms of storyline, in terms of what you had to do, in terms of kind of the random stuff you had to do along the way to get there. It is the exact same. But I maybe people's problem is the fact that, now it's new characters. It's not like, Cyrus is the main point of Witch Queen. Finding Sagira. People were able to anchor on that, like, that's old stuff. I can attach onto that. That means it's good. This new stuff that does the same thing. No, this is bad. Maddening. Absolutely maddening that somehow this is the Destiny 2 expansion with reviews similar to Shadowkeep. Shadowkeep, the expansion made when they had almost no resources to work with. And the expansion that they still managed to do a good job with in terms of actual missions. And gave us a fantastic dungeon and a fantastic raid. Somehow this is the expansion that's rated the same as it. Are you serious? This is better than Shadowkeep by a fucking long shot. But people lose their minds now that, we have new characters here, and those story beats were, make up everything you want about those story beats because you're exploring new stuff instead of going back to old stuff, dealing with Sagira's stuff, looking back into Osiris. Get over yourselves. Let it go. Fuck's sake. And then the last thing, people are like, there's no answers in this campaign. Why does anything matter? I had somebody say, I'm gonna go find this. I had somebody say the exact thing to me is like, wow, what do you even find in this? Like, tell me why any of these things are important, and maybe I'll tell you that this is good. This is the expansion before the final shape. So you wrap up the thing that's supposed to wrap up the first arc. This is not the thing that's supposed to wrap up the first arc? Are you serious? This is the penultimate expansion. There's seasons in between now and the final shape. There will be more things to learn. It will happen gradually because we are now in season story content. This is the Destiny 2 formula. How do you not realize this? I mean, I guess if you're one of those idiots who just picks up the game every time there's a new expansion, buys the expansion, plays the expansion, then doesn't touch the game for a year, sure, maybe you'd be confused. But if you're doing that, you're an idiot. Stop playing the game. There will be more things expanded upon. We had it between Beyond Light and Witch Queen. We had it between Witch Queen and Lightfall. It's happening again. Imagine that. They keep doing this thing they've had success with for fucking 5 years. Tell me what the Veil is. That's the point. We're not supposed to know what the Veil is. We barely know what anything paracausal is in this universe to begin with. We don't know paracausal objects. That's the nature of paracausal entities. We don't understand them, and now we have to work to understand a paracausal object for, the first time. We have to understand what it does and how the Witness used it. That's the point. You don't need to know what it is right away. Why does the Traveler dying matter? Zavala says it. There are no new Guardians. Nothing else can get the light. Nothing can get the light now. Because the Traveler is gone. That's the fucking point. The whole point is that, this is real. The Witness is doing something huge. We don't know what it is yet, because the Witness has plans far bigger than anything we can comprehend at this point. But now we have to find out. And now we don't have the Traveler with its light being bestowed upon new people. We don't have that now. That's the point of the Traveler dying. It means we can't get more light. And our enemies also can't get the light anymore. There's going to be no more Hive Lightbearers. We can't get that now. What the Witness portal means. Again, that's the point. The Witness's portal, it's supposed to be vague because we're supposed to find out over time. people have lost their goddamn minds because things weren't immediately spoon-fed to them. Because now we have a storyline that is progressing. People have lost their minds because Destiny 2 is showing them, but it's not telling them anything, and it is going to explain things gradually over time and build to something huge, like the final shape. We're building to that, and now people can't handle. People are losing their minds. They can't deal with the fact that now we have to wait for it. Now we have to, you know, wait for them to tell us things, and we have to spend the time to figure it out, and figure it out through season content, through other stories, figure out what Strand is exactly, because it's more than just stasis. Strand is a step beyond stasis. It can actually have, like, interact with, memories. It can interact with the fabrics of the universe, basically. The strings of fate and all that fucking shit. We're supposed to figure... I am glad that we don't know everything right now. Because you know what that makes me feel like? It makes me feel like I'm the character. Taking part on these to learn... Taking part in all these missions to learn what's happening next. It makes me feel like, oh, I know about as much as all of the other characters in the game know. And then when they come with new information, boom! Oh, shit, that's new. That's huge. Wow. That's wild. I can't believe that. But people can't handle that. Now, apparently, I guess this is the worst expansion in Destiny 2 history. It's a huge disappointment. Wow. It's penultimate expansion for a reason. It's not the last expansion. It is the setup to the last expansion. And the next seasons to come. It is the setup for that. We get a huge, massive point where the rug is ripped out from under us. They're like, oh, if we take down Callus, we can really limit the Witness. Turns out it didn't matter. The Witness had things to do. Callus was just kind of a pawn for the Witness. That's huge. But now that, you know, it's, just fucking... It's Callus. Oh, we beat Callus. What does it matter? We know why it matters, because Callus didn't matter. It matters because Callus was irrelevant. By sending Callus after us, by tasking Callus to find the Veil, we led the Witness right to the Veil. The Witness played us again. We got played by Savathûn last expansion. Now we've been played by the Witness. They have plans, and we're executing them for them. We knew that the Witness could do something with ghosts. Osiris figured it out last minute. Last minute, Osiris is like, put your ghost away right now. Get out of there. It's too late. The Witness played us. And that's fantastic. That is fantastic that we are the ones being used to progress the Witness's big ultimate plot to, like, end the world. And that is cool. It's the exact same thing that Witch Queen did. And apparently only now it's a problem. I don't understand the Destiny 2 community. I do not understand what you're asking for. You don't understand what you're asking for either, apparently, because this is exactly what we got with Witch Queen. But now, because you want to cry, oh, MCU dialogue, and because you want to cry, oh, slow pacing, and oh, what does Callus have to do with anything? You're not thinking critically. You don't have media literacy. Think. Analyze. Don't expect the game or these lore YouTubers to tell you everything. Think about what you've been presented with. When something doesn't line up, assume, okay, this will get revealed within the next year. Maybe this will be Season 21. Maybe it'll continue. Maybe it'll be the next weeks in Season 20. Maybe it'll be Season 22. Maybe this thing that you're thinking of only gets wrapped up in Season 23, right before the next expansion. Fucking consider media and consider how stories work. Consider long-term storytelling before you go and lose your goddamn minds and scream that this is the worst expansion, that Bungie's the worst company in existence, and all that stupid bullshit everybody likes to do. For fuck's sake. Come on. That's about all I had to say on that. That is my rant about Lightfall, because I thought this campaign was fantastic. I thought story-wise and like arc development-wise, this was really, really good. It gave like everything you'd want in a penultimate expansion to the biggest event that's ever gonna happen in Destiny 2 to this point. I thought it was fantastic for that. Apparently, I'm the outlier because I actually understand media literacy and what things mean. So, whatever, I guess. That's Lightfall.